What's up, everybody? You already know who it is. It's DripGodDero, and I'm back at you guys with another bang. So in today's video, we will be talking about if the Miami Heat are still a threat. Now, as we all know, the Miami Heat has been an underrated team over the years, and in this video, we will just do a quick breakdown on the team, and I'll give my thoughts on if they are still a threat. Now, before we do get into the video, I do want to let you guys know if you have any video requests for a specific team or player, get in the comments down below and tell me that team or player and I got you. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so to start off, you already know I always like to show where the teams are currently ranked. And as you guys can see, the Miami Heat, they are currently the 7th seed in the league, and they are on a 1-game winning streak. So with that being said, let's switch over to some interesting news that actually came out in regards to the Miami Heat, and then we'll get to their breakdown. So that interesting news, shout out to ESPN.com, is that Patty Mills is joining the Heat for the remainder of the season. So let's read into it, man. Free agent guard Patty Mills has agreed to a deal with the Miami Heat for the rest of the season, sources told ESPN on Tuesday. Mills, who has played 19 games with the Atlanta Hawks this season before getting waived, is eligible for the Heat's postseason roster. So that's definitely a good addition when it comes to the Miami Heat. Mills is 35 years old. He does have some playoff experience. And yeah, man, let's take a look. Let's switch over to basketballreference.com. Shout out to them. And now we can really get into this breakdown. I did just want to note a new change and a new player to the team before we do get into the breakdown. So let's get it, man. So as I was saying, currently they are 34 and 26. They do have a 7th seed in the Eastern Conference, and it looks like they will be playing Detroit actually today, and more than likely they gonna get that dub. I'm gonna keep it real, but let's get into the stats, man. Before the stats, actually, Eric Spoelstra, we all know that he is a all-time great coach, one of the best coaches in the league. But for the stats, as we can see, when it comes to points per game, they are 27th out of 30th, so bottom of the league. And that offensive rating, they are 21st out of 30th, bottom of the league in those, and that as well. So pretty much when it comes to their offense in general, they do struggle when it comes to making shots and just, scoring in general. Now, when it comes to their opponent's points per game, they are 6th out of 30th, so they do limit the opponent's points per game to a very low amount at 109.9, which is good. When it comes to their defensive rating, they're 8th out of 30th, so that seems to be their strong suit, just their defense. They hold their opponents to a low point per game percentage, and also their defense overall is just pretty good. So that's definitely something you do want to take note of when it comes to this team. But let's scroll down and let's look further into just their roster in general and some things that they may be able to improve. So right here we have the team and opponent's stats. So let's just take a look at it, man. So when it comes to field goal attempts, they are 28th in the league. Field goal percentage, they are 21st in the league. So that pretty much explains why their offense is not too good, because their field goal percentage as a team just isn't too good. When it comes to their 3-point attempts, they're 20th in the league, which, let's be real, in this day and age, you would like to see that a little higher, especially with their 3-point percentage being 11th, as we can see right here. So you definitely want to see this team shoot more threes, since they are top 15 when it comes to their 3-point percentage. So that's definitely something interesting. Blocks per game, they're 30th. That's not a good look. And that's kind of ironic when it comes to their defense being, a top 10 defense, but their blocks being 30. So that's definitely something interesting to note. And besides that, it looks like everything else is, nothing really to talk about when it comes to that. But just to go over some of the players, man. So we got Bam Adebayo. He's been having a pretty good year so far lately. Currently, he is averaging 20.4 points per game, as you can see. Averaging 1 block, 1 steal, 4 assists, and 10 rebounds. So he definitely done stepped it up a lot when it comes to his rebounding compared to the previous years. So definitely nice to see that. When it comes to his field goal percentage, 51%. 3-point percentage, he don't really shoot too many, so we can really take that with a grain of salt. And yeah, man, he done had a pretty decent season. I like to see the assists go up a little more. I think in previous years he has averaged more, but overall he been playing good. 10 rebounds, so that's nice. Jimmy Butler, man. Jimmy Butler, let's keep it real. He getting up there in age, 34 years old. So, man, he is slightly on the decline, but overall he has had a pretty solid year. He's shooting 50% from the field, 45% from 3 on 2.3 attempts. So pretty good 3-point shooting this year. When it comes to his free throw percentage, 85%. That's pretty good. And he's been averaging 21.8 points, pretty much 5 assists, and pretty much 5.5 rebounds. So just pretty solid year. The only thing is that he has been injured this year a little bit. Only 41 games, so you want to keep that in mind. Tyler Hero, he has been injured a lot this year as well. Only played 36 games, man. And, he averaging 20.8 points per game too, so that's pretty good. When it comes to the field goal percentage, 43%. You like to see that higher. But his 3-point percentage is pretty much at 40%. So that's good on 8 attempts. So overall, he done had a solid year, but he just been injured. Their new addition, Terry Rozier. So far, he has only played 13 games, and he's been struggling. I'm going to just keep it real. He really has been struggling. 38% from the field, 24% from 3 on 5 attempts. So that's definitely something you don't want to see. 24% from 3 on 5 attempts. You don't want to see that at all. His free throw percentage has been good, but he's only averaging 2.8 free throw attempts, and that's something I expected to be higher, to be honest. As we can see with Jimmy Butler and, Bam, they both averaging over 5 free throw attempts per game, but Terry Rozier not so much. So just overall, man, he has been struggling. When it comes to the assists, 5.5, that's okay, but you want to see more. And I'm going to just keep it real. I don't know, man. I don't know about the fit for Terry Rozier. I really don't know. Shout out to Jaime Vasquez, man. Shout out to him, man. Or Jaime Vasquez. I'm not Spanish. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, man. Shout out to him. He is a rookie who has been playing very well, very underrated. Pretty much at 50% from the field, 31% from 3 on 2.8 attempts. Of course, that could be a little higher, but this is first year, so you can expect that to increase over time. When it comes to his free throw percentage, 80%, pretty good. 3.9 rebounds, 2.6 assists, and 12 points. So nice. Duncan Robinson has also, been better, been playing better defense. As we all know, he's a great shooter. 7 threes, and he's shooting 40%. Nice. Also, when it comes to just his scoring, he's been actually driving to the rim more, so that's nice. But let's talk about some of these new additions, man. New additions. So, when it comes to Patty Mills, I definitely think he could help this team with his 3-point shooting. As I was showing earlier, they are a pretty good 3-point shooting team. They just don't shoot that many. So, when it comes to Patty Mills, he definitely a good three-point shooter as well, and I definitely think he can increase the amount of three-point attempts that this team shoots. I believe they just got Dylan Wright as well, and I think he could definitely, help this team. As we know, he's a decent defender, and with the way that Terry Rozier is playing at the moment, man, I definitely pass some minutes over to him. So, that's another nice piece that they got. And just to wrap everything up, do I think that this team is still a threat? I do. I feel like you just can't count out a team like the Miami Heat, who have a veteran star player in Jimmy Butler, who have, a top 10 coach in Eric Spoelstra, and who just have a great culture of never quitting, of always, putting defense first. So I definitely think that this team, although they are struggling right now, they still can definitely upset a lot of players or a lot of teams, especially when it comes to the playoffs. As we know, with the Miami Heat, during the playoffs, this is definitely that team that has that playoff version. I'm going to keep it real. You know how people used to say playoff Rondo and playoff Melo. This team has a difference between the regular season Miami Heat and the playoff Miami Heat. So, yeah, this team could definitely upset plenty of teams, and they are definitely still a threat. But, hey, if you enjoyed this video, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the motherfucking channel, turn on notifications and all that good stuff, and I'm out. Peace.